and welcome to my channel. My name is Madalena, and in today's video I'm gonna talk about bumping an item on Vinted. So what is an item bump? This is a paid feature that allows more people to see your items. When you bump an item, it is displayed to more people in their feeds, like newsfeed, and in their searches once a day for 3 or 7 consecutive days, or until the item is sold, because you can sell it before this 3 or 7 days. There are some benefits for this item bumping thing. When you bump an item, Vinted will show it to specific members, because if a member is looking for a brand or a color, clothing type, clothing color, a clothing size or brand, they will show it to you. For example, if you bump a t-shirt from Primark in color black, size medium, people that are following other people with this item or that are searching for this specific item, Vinted is gonna show it to them. And even if they don't search for it, it will still be visible in their newsfeed. You have weekly statistics that you can check and see how many people looked at your items and how many people interacted with your items. The item bumps, they are not for free, of course, because if you want more people to see your item, then you should pay something. To bump your item, you can find it in your profile, and under your profile it will be spotlight your wardrobe or bump your items. If you press on bump your items, they will take you to a menu where you can choose what you want to bump. You can bump everything or just one item. So I will take this, for example, a dress, and I will press bump. It says one item, and then you can choose how many times you want to appear. 3 days. So for 3 days it's 38 cents per day, and it costs €1.15 in total. Or you can choose for 7 days. They say it's best value because you pay 10 cents per day less. So in the end you will pay €1.95 for 7 days. If you choose more items, it will be the same price. This will not go down. So after you're satisfied with what you want to bump, then you can press review order, and then you can see 2 items for how many days, how much is in total, order summary. You can see for each one what you chose, and then you can choose how to pay with. For now I have my balance, but if you press on that pencil on the right side, you can choose how to pay. So you have 3 options, or I have 3 options: with my bank account that I linked to my Vinted, with PayPal, or with your available balance. And then you just press confirm and it's bumped. Before you bump your items, you can check the rules, because there are rules if you want to bump something. It's not like everyone or everything can be bumped. You can check the rules in your profile, and then you go to help center, selling, what is an item bump, and then you scroll down and you can see under before you order item bumps, catalog rules. So if you look on these rules, you will see there is a massive list that you have to respect. Otherwise, if you don't respect these rules, Vinted will take down your bumping. It will be removed and you won't be refunded, so you will practically lose the money. If you check the rules, Vinted says you can sell women's, men's and children's clothing, footwear and accessories, children's toys, furniture, childcare equipment, new cosmetics, beauty products and beauty gadgets, tech such as headphones, smartwatches, phone cases and similar items, homeware such as textiles, tableware and home accessories, and books. They can decide if this is an appropriate item to bump or not, and if they decide it's not, they will take it down, like I said, and they won't refund you. And then they have a massive list of what you cannot sell or bump on Vinted. And then you can just see here like food, drinks, a lot of stuff. You can just scroll through them because it's massive, like tickets, events, calendars. Just scroll through them and check them thoroughly before you want to bump something, otherwise you won't get refunded. other members can flag your listing and say that it's not appropriate for Vinted, and then Vinted is gonna do something about it. They will review it and see if that member was right or not. If it was not, your listing will continue and you're bumping, but if the listing is not appropriate, they will take it down. They will take the item down and they can suspend your account. If you bump a listing and it's not accordingly to these rules, Vinted will hide it or remove it, and they won't be able to pay you back for that bump. Because for example, if you have, let's say, 200 items that you want to bump and you pay for all of them, and then Vinted decides that your listing is not accordingly to the rules, you lose a lot of money. And I don't think you would want that. So make sure you check out the rules before you bump something. And then if you scroll a bit lower, there are some general rules and some policies that you have to follow, like you need to upload each item separately. You should have only one listing per item, except bundles, those are different. I have a video about that, go and check it out. They should all have appropriate item conditions assigned to them, like new or damaged or worn a few times. Maximum item value allowed is 9,000 euros, so you cannot sell a house on Vinted or a very expensive car. So a bump is a single time use for an item or how many you chose, and you cannot transfer it from one item to another, or you cannot transfer it from one member to another one. So what you paid for, it's done. It's not reversible. Vinted says that your payment information is secure and they will not be disclosed. A lot of people is asking me this in the comments. Is this safe? Are they gonna steal my information? Well, I have no clue. They say it's safe and they will not disclose your information, but like everything else, it can be hacked. Everything can be hacked, I think. But yeah, I don't know if someone will target you or not. I cannot know that, okay? I cannot see into the future. In my opinion, it's the same if, for example, bol.com or Amazon. You can put your card in there, you can buy stuff, and they can do the same thing with Vinted. It's exactly the same thing. You take your card, you put your information, and you pay. If it's Vinted or Amazon or bol.com or I don't know, whatever sites you're buying from, it's exactly the same thing. So I don't know if you should be scared or not. In my opinion, it's nothing to be scared about, but yeah, you can take your own decisions. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, and I meant you can make your own decisions. So the last thing I will say about bumping items is that you can buy how many you want, you can purchase them how many times you want. Of course, if you bought it for 7 days, you cannot buy it again for the same item. You have to wait for the 7 days to pass and then buy it again. But you can do this how many times you want for how many items you want. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!